just tried to step out, but there was a huge gust. Oh crap. Good morning, everyone. It's kind of dark. It's because we're above the clouds. The clouds have been flying by ever since pretty much when we got here. Everything's wet. The wind is definitely stronger than it was before. If you could hear it howling everywhere. I got 10 miles to Newfound Gap. Clingmans Dome is in 3 miles. The question is, do I go up it? I should, of course. Will all my stuff blow off me while I go up there? 80-mile-per-hour gusts up an exposed tower. Yeah, why not, right? We'll try anyway. So we'll see you over there. I gotta say, the woods above the shelter I was at, double tap shelter, double pine, I forget. The woods are beautiful. They're just like really, what's the word? I don't know. But it's just tons of logs just covered in moss, and it's dark. Someone said there's a bear between here and Clingmans. And I could see why. It's beautiful. Lots of places to hang out. It's dense woods. Before it was more like a few trees and lots of shrubs everywhere, but here it's just thick. You can't see super far into the woods. It's beautiful though, right? Too bad it's so windy, and it's not raining, but the moisture from the trees are dripping down because we've been in the clouds all night. So all the trees have a lot of moisture on them. Fortunately, it's been so windy that I guess most of the moisture is actually falling down already. But I get hit every now and then. It's been up, but we've been on the north side of the mountains. Wind's coming from the south. We're about to hit this ridge. Can you see the clouds moving? We're gonna get blasted soon. Here we go. Here's a good test of the wind slayer, right? I'd say we're about half a mile from Clingmans, maybe. Oh, not super hard. Oh, here it comes. Look at the clouds go. We're just hitting these kind of sections on and off. Oh yeah, there comes a good gust. Sometimes this is like normal wind. The real strong gusts haven't really kicked in yet. You can hear them coming when they're coming. Oh, I'm getting dripped on by this tree. I gotta go. I gotta get away from this tree. Yeah, there are 2 trails here. There's the Clingmans Dome Tower, 0.3 up this way. And there's a Clingmans Dome bypass. I guess when the weather's really bad. But it's just windy. It's not like it's all covered in snow. So let's go that way. 0.3 miles to the dome, and then a lot of down after that. Some of you may be wondering what's the significance of Clingmans Dome. If you're not an avid AT follower, you're probably wondering, well, it's the highest point on the entire Appalachian Trail. So it's all down from there. It's just up ahead. It's supposed to have beautiful views. But yeah, it's the highest point in the Appalachian Trail, 3rd highest point east of the Mississippi, and it was built in the 1950s, and there's actually a tower there that's wheelchair accessible, so you can go all the way up there. We're gonna go up there. From the map, it looks like it's on the bypass, so we're gonna go past it, and then we'll go back up it, but I don't see it at all. I don't see anything. I wonder from the top you won't be able to see anything at all, like not even straight down. Only one way to find out. Here's a bummer. The AT goes that way, straight that way, but the tower goes that way. And I think we have to double back. I do want to show you the tower, so looks like we're gonna have to go on over and double back and come back here again. Yeah. Here I am at the intersection of the trail and this road. It's still snow covered. I think we go this way because that's the way down to, that's the bypass route. So it goes downwards. You would think the tower would be up. I'm gonna check the map. I'm pretty sure it's this way though. But it's all icy walking here. Better watch out. If it's not white and it's dark, that's ice. It's slippery. This part's okay. Oh, we're gonna get blasted by wind here. There it is, folks. It turns out from that intersection you go up and not down. Let's go up this thing. If it's not too icy, we just do it. And it turns out you take this trail down and reconnects with the AT. So it's like an alternate. But can you guess what I'm gonna do? Oh, it's all ice here. Let's go walk on this walkway up here. There's no ice up here. I hope the rest of the walk isn't ice covered. Looks okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Watch for patches of ice. Oh, look at the clouds blowing in. This tower isn't really officially part of the AT, so you don't have to do it. I think some people are gonna skip it if the weather's bad. I will stop though if the ice gets too bad. It's a bad combination, super strong gusts of wind and icy trail incline. Although if you slip and fall, you're just gonna go all the way down to the bottom. Whew. Gets you winded though. I will say I have better views than I thought I was going to. I thought I wouldn't be able to see the bottom. The clouds blowing in so hard. This is it, folks. Clingmans Dome. Oh gosh. Now I gotta go down and walk into the wind. Revel in the 360 views. This is what you would normally see. Eastern view. Normally it'd be a lot quieter. Well, I guess it'd be noisier because there'd be people up here. You see the clouds blowing. Oh. Woo. Clingmans Tower. Alright folks, let's get out of here before it picks up even more. It's supposed to get windier and start raining. I can feel it drizzling now. Let's get out of here. It's probably not drizzling, it's the mist and the clouds blowing in. I don't even know if you can hear me. Alright, let's go down. I just tried to step out, but there was this huge gust. Oh crap. That was my pack cover. Flew off my pack. I gotta put this away. It's not gonna withstand this. Alright, slow down, let's go. Watch me brace this wind. I'm gonna stay low. I gotta bend over so I don't get hit too hard. I just tucked the pack cover over here. It is not a fun walk down. So windy coming in from the front. No matter how hard I got the hood on and everything, this gust of wind will steal my hat for sure. So I'm having to duck low. Okay, wind's coming from the right now because it goes in a spiral. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. All right. I think we got past the worst of it. We're in the trees now. Hope I didn't lose anything on my pack. Out of the mesh. Holy cow. Oh man. Oh man. All right, we're gonna go down for a couple thousand feet. It's gonna be really icy way down, but after that it should be the way it was before. More trail, snowy patches, but not too much. I gotta put my pack cover back on. There's too much precipitation coming off the trees. I gotta stop somewhere. Woo. So folks, those of you that didn't know what Clingmans Dome was, that was Clingmans Dome. Normally on a nice day, it's quite beautiful. It's pretty iffy if you get a nice day though, from what I've seen. Oh yeah, the other way is to the AT, but we're gonna go back to where we came out so we can take the rest of the AT all the way through. That way we can say we did every open section of the AT. Whew. I'm gonna take my pack off. Here we are going back down to the AT. I guess there's a parking lot down there somewhere. I don't want to go down there. Doubtful anybody's even there. But yep, off to Newfound Gap. Here we go. That was quite an adventure. Quite an adventure. Oh. Let me put this camera away and concentrate on walking on this ice. Here we are, we're at the next shelter. Newfound Gap is 4.5 miles away. Only have maybe a few hundred feet of elevation gain on the way. We're 4.5 miles to an empty parking lot. Here we go. No, we gotta be optimistic. There's gotta be crazy people out here hiking for some reason. I finally put on my micro spikes. Earlier it was just too much in and out, in and out, in and out, and there were a lot of parts that didn't need it. It didn't need it, and then patches of ice. But it looks like we're gonna have ice for the rest of this trip. 4.45 miles. We're going down and back up and down to about the same altitude, so I don't see us losing this ice anytime soon. Wish me luck with the micro spikes. I know with micro spikes on hard, super slippery ice, you have to stomp. You can't just walk and expect it to work. So let's hope I don't fall. I just got bad news. Tina InReach messaged me. She said that the road to Newfound Gap is closed this morning. There's gonna be nobody there. I don't have enough food. I have to resupply, and I already got a hotel in Gatlinburg, so only thing I can do is walk the road down. I only have like 3 miles to Newfound Gap. I think the road's gonna be like 9 miles. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's mostly cleared and it's not too hard. I'm gonna have to pick up some more water. I thought I'd be fine with the water I have to get to Newfound Gap, but now I will not. So let's see how this road walk goes. Here's something you may not have seen. This is a gate of sorts. It's to try to control the boar population in the park. I saw it on my last trip here. Otherwise I'd have been confused, like, what is this for? But I guess the pigs don't like to walk in these grates, and it feels weird wearing micro spikes on them. And I guess it's to try to keep them in one area of the park. I think there's another gate coming up. There's a sign too. Beach Forest Exclosure. Here I am at Newfound Gap. Nobody here. Just like I figured. I'm gonna start walking really quickly here because the gap is just super windy. I can see the clouds here. Once we start heading down the north side, the wind will stop, so it'll be a lot easier. I just stopped to take off my micro spikes because they're not any good in the road at all. So let's get going. Let's get out of this wind so my pack cover doesn't fly off again. I guess it's a 16-mile hike. Out. I thought it was gonna be like 9, but it's swerved so much. 15 miles to Gatlinburg. Woo! I'm hoping a park service employee just coming up here to check on things maybe gives me a ride. I'm hoping. But once I put the camera away, and it's all just road downhill, so it shouldn't be too hard. I'm gonna try to woof it. I should be able to make 15 miles in 4 or 5 hours if I go fast enough, hopefully. It's a boring road walk, but man, some of these ice formations are crazy. Wild, huh? I figured there'd be some runoffs. But other than that, the road walk is pretty much what you would think. I'm pretty much taking the shortest line, so cutting the insides. There's nobody anywhere, I don't think. And if anybody does go by, be a park employee, and they're probably not gonna go too fast, I hope not, because they'll hit me for sure. But wow, it's cloudy, huh? We still probably got like, out of 15, probably 14 to go. Spirits are good because it's only, you know, it's early. A couple of turkeys over there. I'm still walking towards Gatlinburg. A park employee actually was coming down the road from the other side, and he drove me the last 5.5 miles, so that saved me a good hour and a half easily, maybe 2 hours at my tiring speed. But he could only go to the visitor center, so he dropped me off, and I'm hiking another mile into the city, but it's a lot of traffic out here. Yeah,
I'm at the Travel Lodge now. I'm showered up. I ate my Five Guys burger on the way here. I stopped by the Five Guys that's here. I think I paid more for a Five Guys meal than ever before here. But I also had a bacon burger and a large Cajun fries, which I'm not done with yet. But yeah, once I got to Newfound Gap, Tina had messaged me on InReach that they closed the road. So as soon as I got there, I knew I just had to walk, so I just kept going. I figured there was a 10% chance I was going to have to walk anyway because the weather was so bad. I figured, who would drive up here anyway? One of my friends was actually going to try to drive up to meet me because she could track my InReach. But Ghost Hiker, thanks for trying. But they closed the road and she was in Cherokee, so she couldn't get up there. Pretty bad. I guess they just closed it because of wind. But on the whole way down, I only saw one tree across the whole road. And yeah, I actually walked 9.5 miles on the road before someone picked me up. A ranger was just coming down and he picked me up. He drove over that fallen tree, I guess, over the little branches. But he picked me up and drove me 5 miles further to the visitor center. So that saved me at least 2 hours of walking. It was getting pretty bad. It was 15 miles from Newfound Gap to Gatlinburg. And I saw a sign that said 10. So I was like, oh, I did 5 already. That's pretty good. And then I was going, and I was like, I think I did another 5. I should see a 5 sign come up. And a 8 came up. And then it took longer for a 7 to come up. And it was just horrible. So it was after 6 some point that he picked me up and gave me a ride. Thank you, Sam, very much. He saved me quite a bit. And then he dropped me off at the visitor center. And then I just walked into Gatlinburg from there. And that was probably another 2 miles. It was like a mile to Gatlinburg, but then the hotels are way past a lot of craziness too. But now I'm in the lodge. I showered up. I ate my burger. And I'm just going to get to work. It's late. It's much later than I was hoping to get in town. But for you vloggers out there, for some reason, Travel Lodge is cheap and is not cozy at all. The walls are just bare. It's really weird. There's a microwave and fridge, but their Wi-Fi is super fast for some reason. Go figure. Ah, what a day. And the whole morning was so cool with Clingmans Dome and going up there. I would say if the weather's bad, go up to the tower because everybody goes up there when the weather's nice. But who goes up there when the weather's bad? I mean, you gotta be kind of crazy, right? And thinking about it on the way down, I think that is the windiest I've ever hiked in. On the PCT, there was one point that was really bad too. But up there, I think it was probably the worst. If there weren't any walls along the side there, oh man, that would have not been good. But that was a pretty bad day. In fact, check out my face. It's all pinkish. This isn't like a weird camera thing. And my eyes, see my eyes? They're really red. They're so windburned from the day. They're like tired. They need some recovery, that's for sure. And my feet need recovery because I think altogether it was like 22 miles or 23 miles. I gotta do the math, but it's a tough day. So for this video, I'm gonna combine it with tomorrow. So I won't say goodbye just yet, but there's not gonna be much going on tomorrow. I'm just gonna go resupply. They have laundry nearby here and they sell detergent at the Travel Lodge. I guess the Howard Johnson front desk does the Travel Lodge stuff, but they sell soap there and I got quarters, so I'll do laundry. But I'm just gonna try to do everything as quickly as I can tomorrow so I can just keep working. And then Saturday morning, I plan to go back up to Newfound Gap, and it's gonna be another long day, another 16 miler to a shelter, just trying to get out within the 8-day time frame they give you for the Smokies permit. Tough day. Here's my Travel Lodge room. There's all my stuff there. There's no table here. There's plenty of room for a table, but there's no table. I got 2 queens. I got, of course, all my junk over here. And notice the absolutely barren walls. It actually echoes because there's nothing here except the TV. No table. 2 chairs. And way over here, there's a fridge and a microwave and a little table here.
and a bathroom. All barren, no decorations at all. It's so funny, but it's functional. Important tip for you hikers out there is before you do laundry, rinse out your socks. You'd be amazed how dirty that water is. If you don't rinse it out before you do your laundry, you're gonna do your laundry in dirty sock water. So just keep rinsing it until it comes out a little clearer each time. And then it's gonna take like 10 times or more. See how dirty that is? That could be soaking up in all your laundry. So, and this is just one sock, so very important you do this. At this laundry facility, they do have detergent here for $1.25. They sold me this for $2 at the check-in. So $1.25 at the Howard Johnson Laundry. And the laundry machines are $2, dryers are $2, so not bad. $4 for laundry. Let's go resupply now that laundry's done. I got to use up about $4.25, so that's one reason I'm looking forward to it. A lot of people say they go to Walgreens, but there seems to be a little shop a little closer to here than Walgreens. So I'm going to swing through there first, just look at what they have, and then go to Walgreens, and then I might just do most of my resupply there. But I like to know what they both have before I commit to one, you know. But first, I think we're going to go by a coffee shop. Wish me luck not getting lost. It's quite a tourist trap, alright, like just like you would think. But it's actually more touristy than I thought. But it's actually kind of fun. I went by the little sundry shop. They didn't have much. They had full-size Frito originals, so I took note of that. But everything else, not much going on. I'm gonna head over to Walgreens, but I gotta finish this coffee before I go in there because I can't carry everything. I only have 2 hands. That's what I wish, a bigger mouth and a third hand for through hiking. It gets harder and harder to find tuna and oil. Everything's in water because everyone's concerned about their calories. The opposite of a thru hiker. Everything's in water. I don't know why, but the Walgreens here only had this giant 1 pound 12-ounce box of instant white rice. It is very heavy. I'm definitely not taking all of it. I wish they had the classic like 1 pound one because I only need about 1 pound. That's a lot of rice.
Here's how I prepare my Fritos. When you get a new bag, it's got a lot of air in it, so it takes a good amount of room. So what I do is this. As you do this, you'll notice that it feels like there's more air in there than there was before. That's because all the Fritos are smaller, so they're taking up less space. And now what I do is I pick one corner and I just rip it open just the tiniest bit, just to let the air out, just a tiny little hole. Squeeze out the air. And now you have this tiny little bag you can stuff into your mesh. In fact, this is still kind of big, so what I'll do is I'll break it up even more. And there you go, it's a tiny little bag of Fritos. When I'm ready to eat it, I'll open it just so there's like a tiny little opening here. And this is so I can just pour it into my mouth. I don't like to touch food or eat foods where I'll have to like lick my tongue or wipe it on something because it leaves a little residue. So I'll just open it just big enough for my mouth and I'll just pour it in there every time I want to bite something. So I never have to touch the Fritos with my fingers exactly. And I guess this will work for any chips, but I just love Fritos. I don't know if I mentioned it. On the Arizona Trail I mentioned it, but check this out. You'd be mind boggled here. Here are the ingredients. Corn, corn oil, and salt. That's all that's in there. Isn't that insane? It's like a magic food. I mean, what other food can you get that has so few ingredients but tastes so delicious? I mean, there's probably a lot of things, but it's still amazing stuff. And it's nice and small, and this is good for however many days you want to ration it out. This will have to last me 5 days, so I won't eat it too quickly the first day. but good calories too. Sadly, one of the priority things I do each 0 is I have to go in and sync up the times. Because for some reason, I think the GoPro drifts more than the others, but I have to make sure they're exactly the same time. Because when you're importing in files from multiple sources, it helps when they have the exact same time. Otherwise, you'll put this on the timeline and put this on the timeline and be like, wait a minute, that was different times. So right at 9:04, I'll just sync them up. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. This video is day 21 and 22 just mixed together because it's another 0 day, and that means you get a day off of me tomorrow. Y'all take care, and I would just love to say thank you to all the people watching. The amount of subscribers has overwhelmed what I thought could happen, and just mind-boggled. And especially to all the people out there who have donated for hot meals and spam and things like that. I appreciate it so much. The meals, unfortunately, are basically frozen dinners that I bought because it has a microwave here, and I didn't want to go to a restaurant, and just that takes up a lot of time. So, but still, you're feeding me, and I'm still losing weight like crazy. Yes, just earlier I was touching my waist. But anyway, there won't be a video tomorrow, so again, you can have a day off of me, and the next day, you'll see me at Newfound Gap. I got the shuttle ready to go, and we'll get out of the Smokies in a few days, and we'll be on the next Far Out map set. So progressing right along. You all have a good night, and take care. And again, thanks for watching. Bye.